When people think of studying abroad, they often imagine adventure, beautiful places, new friends, food, freedom, and fun, the kind of moments you see on Instagram. But there is so much more to the story. I had always known that I wanted to study abroad. I never had a clear why, I just knew I had to go. Still, it didn't feel completely real until I was stepping through airport security, waving goodbye to my family, off to spend 4 months alone in a foreign country. At first, the fire of adventure burned bright, exhilarating and all-consuming. But soon the flame flickered. The embers still glowed, but it took effort to keep them alive, to keep choosing wonder even when it didn't come easily. Simple tasks became complicated. Navigating, grocery shopping, a different language, a different currency. I felt like a child again, small, unsure, and figuring out the world for the first time. I found myself counting the days until I could go home, trying not to think about the ocean that separated me from everything I knew, feeling loneliness, guilt, and boredom. I didn't make many friends while I was abroad. There were people, but most connections stayed on the surface. Sometimes I felt invisible, sometimes I was. As I watched others around me, I wondered if I was doing the whole thing wrong. But maybe it was never about who I met. Maybe it was about who I became. For the first 2 years of college, I shaped myself to fit into the crowd. My view of who I was became warped. They say studying abroad will change your life, that you'll find yourself. At first, I didn't understand what that meant. Why would I need to find myself if I'm right here? But being so far from anything familiar forced me to stop and listen to a voice deep inside me. She had always been there, adventurous, energetic, caring, silly, creative, and curious about the world around her. She danced without a care and had impeccable taste in fashion. I had just forgotten how to listen. That girl reminded me how to turn fear into strength and to embrace the adventure ahead of me. I realized I was alone, not lost. I began to find wonder in the ordinary. I marveled at the stones and the stories they held, the view from my apartment, walks along the river, the sunsets, street musicians, the moments of stillness. I challenged myself to go, even if it meant going alone, and I did. I traveled Europe by myself. I gave a presentation in Italian. I climbed the Swiss Alps alone. Everywhere my feet had been, each moment carved something new in me, and yet it also uncovered something old. And then suddenly, I was home. No one talks about the culture shock of coming home. Everything felt the same, except me. It's hard when your life has changed, but your world hasn't. People ask me, wasn't it amazing? How do I explain that it was, and that it was hard? That it changed me in ways no slideshow or post on Instagram could show. I thought studying abroad would be a big, defining moment in my life. But instead, it became a thread, connecting who I was, who I am, and who I'm becoming. It prepared me to face challenges, to see through a new lens, to find beauty in the mundane, to grow quietly. We lose that sometimes as we grow up. We worry, we forget how to see the world around us, how to simply exist. But nature reminded me of the little lives sharing our world, of the way the wind dances in the trees, of the beauty of raindrops and puddles and waves on the beach, of the intricate patterns in the leaves and spider webs. When we look closely, we remember the art of noticing. We don't grow unless we challenge ourselves, and challenge brought me empathy, perspective, and peace. I'm more confident now, comfortable in my own skin, willing to try new things, alone but not lonely. So, I'm not who I was, but she's still with me. I carry her in my curiosity, my energy, my joy. She's in the things I love doing. The way I move, the way I see, the way I still dance without a care. She believed the world was full of magic, and maybe she was right, because I've started to believe it again too. Growth doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes it comes in the silence and stillness. There is no when I grow up. I am growing up and always will be. That's what studying abroad gave me, the gift of learning how to grow. In letting go of who I thought I should be, I remembered who I already was. And of course, I do it all over again.